It may seem early for planting spring flowers, but true gardeners will always go for it. And my next guest is one of them, and she says, go ahead, get gardening and enjoy nature's color now. So we are putting together a garden bowl that will take you right into Easter. Landscape designer and landscape architect Emily Wayment is here to get us going for spring. You can tell we both had spring on the mind with our pink dresses today.
Absolutely.
Okay, so why do we not wait?
Because we need spring, we need color. Right now outside it's just brown and dull and rainy today, and we need to bring spring in. We need to just feel like we are not in this dull environment that we're seeing outside. We need to bring it inside.
And you have some ways that we can do that, because I think most of us are like, we would love to, but we don't know how. So you're going to help us, and you have a project for us today. What is it?
Absolutely. We are going to make a spring potted bowl and put spring blossoms that will last for about a month into your into the bowls. You might have, there's a couple of blooms that you'd have to bring in and out just because they're a little bit quicker. They're seasonal. But we're gonna be using all these different types of bulbs. We're gonna put them into the pot, and you can water them for a month, and they should last for a month.
And you kind of have, like, you did a presentation for us. I was telling her, these pussy willows gathered with the bow on top. I've never seen that effect. I love that, just a little twist on those. But briefly tell us what these plants are that we're gonna be including today.
Okay, we have candy tuft, hyacinths, primroses. These are they're grape hyacinths, and these are hyacinths, large hyacinths, ranunculus, another primrose, pansies, and tulips. And then I also have up here some daffodils.
All of these colors, and they kind of complement each other. I saw that you kind of are like a purple, yellow, pink, but is there a color scheme, or you're saying anything goes?
Well, I think everybody has their favorite colors, and I know when I went to gather these, there were brighter colors, but I like the blues and the yellows and the pinks. I think they bring out that spring feel and Easter feel as well.
Yes, because this is going to last us all the way till Easter, you say?
It should last you till Easter.
Okay, show me how we put it together.
All right, so we first are going to you fill your pot full of, I have the Miracle-Gro indoor potting mix. You can also use the plain potting mix as well. Make sure you use indoor potting mix and not potting mix for the garden. There's a difference, so just make sure you do that. And it also has a moisture grow in it, so it'll help maintain that moisture inside the potting.
And you've got it just a few inches from the top.
Just a few inches from the top. We're gonna start with our hyacinth and put the hyacinth in the center. And I am taking it out of its pot. And
these are just ready right now. We can go buy these.
You can go buy these. I bought these at any store you could go to yourself.
Okay, awesome.
And I am going to use this pot,
yeah, I was going to say, do we shake off that bottom? Sometimes
you want to shake it off. There we go.
That.
We just made a mess. We'll just do it over here for a
Gardening,
second.
sometimes we make messes,
Yeah,
right?
we do. I kind of almost get down to the bulb in here because I want to place it in a place where I want it to be. So you can see it straight there in the center.
Okay.
And then I'm moving the dirt around. I'm just using my hands, but you can use your gardening gloves if you're worried about the dirt. And then we'll put the tulip in next.
And these, do you have a tip for us when we're buying? Like, I see that tulip is not blooming yet. Do you like to buy them when they're a little more closed?
Yes.
Okay.
Then it will last for that amount of time. That's why I'm saying the primroses are the only thing, if you had to, they're a little bit more short-lived. But if you take your bowl and you put it in your garage where it's cool at night, this will last you for that whole month. You can keep it inside during the day, but put it in the garage where you have that cool, or on your porch if it's not going to snow.
And do we do that until it's warm enough outside? Oh, yeah. Okay, great.
And it could be something you could place outside on the outside table if you wanted to once it warms up. But
Okay, so
we're not quite warm enough.
Hyacinth and our tulip, and she's just, every time she's planting this, she's just moving that dirt around, making a space for
This is our ranunculus.
Our ranunculus. We're going to have these listed because I don't know the names of these flowers, but they're ones we're going to want to use.
I'm just cleaning up the bottom of the bulb. So then we have a ranunculus right here.
And you kind of have those touching. Okay.
There's a little bit of space between them, but I want to add some of the pansies between them because they're short. And the pansies and the primroses will love that cool, the coolness that they need the coolness from the outdoors. So you'd want those as well.
Yeah, so the part that she's kind of knocking off from the bottom allows for a little bit more room when you put them in there, but they are snug in there. I think sometimes we think, oh, we need to leave room for them to grow, but they'll just be fuller if they're closer.
Absolutely. I've done this with heliobor as well, and this is candy tuft. Those are both perennials. You could take them out of your pot and put them in the garden after you're done.
Ooh,
and they can
that's
plant
good
them,
to
so
know.
it's another option.
And so then they'll come back every year. I have leaned toward almost all perennials because I'm lazy.
They're easy, right? We're going to stick a couple more of these in.
So now she's using these little smaller flowers just to kind of fill in those spots in between. And again, just using her fingers to make room for them.
And you can just tuck the dirt in between the other plants.
Okay, and then when you made your final product here, talk to me about those pussy willows, because I think that is like a standout.
Should I show you how to do
Yes,
this?
please do.
Pussy willows are right here. So we just want to stick them along the edge. And you can also do this with blooming branches if you'd like to from your garden. I've seen these available at many different
Now, I have never
stores.
purchased pussy willows. Do they come just like this when you buy
Just
them?
like that.
Okay, perfect.
Yep, they do.
And then you just...
And I like sticking them around the edges of the vase to create almost like a basket look, an Easter basket look. But I also like that pussy willows will never, you have to pull the willows off, so they'll stay. So rather than the blooms, which they come and go, the pussy willows will stay. And they bring that feeling of just spring.
Yeah, it's just almost like a topiary. So darling. Easy.
And
I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of this. Everyone who's watching Studio 5 is going to do this year.
And then I have some lavender, which is the color of the year this year. We have that beautiful lavender
And when you buy them, do you buy these individually, or did you buy them in a clump?
Clump.
A clump, okay, great. So you've just got, I would do an odd number just because that's how I am, but, and then she just ties it off with a string.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So beautiful.
8. You can add one more.
Now, you have another tip for us that we as producers were like, we never knew you could do this, because a lot of us will go out once our branches bloom and bring them inside. But you're saying you have a way for us to bring them inside and then have them bloom while they're inside. How do we do that?
Yeah, so we can force the branches. Let me show you how to do that. We'll just leave this right here, and I can tie a bow on it later.
Gorgeous, yes.
Should we pull this out? Let's move them. So we swap them places so that you can see.
Well, I don't know if I can lift this baby.
I
can.
You got it? Here we go. Put it on the ground. You can get any vase, like you can see in the demonstration. I use a blue and white vase to make before we came. These are just branches you can clip off. This is a great time to be pruning your branches in the yard as well.
Did you pull this out of your yard?
This wasn't specifically for my yard, but I do actually have magnolia branches here from my yard. I did bring some of them.
Okay.
But you can do it. And I'd had my yard pruned like in November, so I didn't have the offshoots. But if you have shoots coming out from the side of your trees, they should be pruned anyway. So it's a great way just to bring the pruned in branches and bring them in to the arrangement. And then you can add a different shape, different kinds. This is actually a cherry tree.
Beautiful.
So you know what they are.
So these are about, what, 3 feet long? Okay.
About 3 feet long.
That really adds a dynamic effect. They're so large.
You could add also some eggs in the bottom of this if you wanted to add something for Easter. Or you could add some fruit to the bottom if you wanted to.
And is there any trick that we need to do to make them bloom? Because you're calling it a forced bloom. So how do we force them?
They will come. So you'll get them when they don't have any blooms on them. Stick them into a vase, put them in warm water, and then keep transferring the water in and out every couple of days, and they will start to bloom.
So make sure the water's always warm and then they will bloom.
And because it's really cold outside, when they come into the warm environment, they'll bloom.
I love that. Okay, so we have some little tips for us to get ready for our garden in the spring. You have just a few things we can do right now to get ready. Let's talk about what those are.
Yes, the first thing is to visualize what you want your garden to be like. What you want to put into your garden and prepare now to just have that garden become what you want it to be. And then the second is just to prepare to have like your sprinklers turned on. This is a great time to call your landscaper and have him be able to get you on his list to be able to get the sprinklers turned on. And then next month, it's a great time to prepare for any structural changes that you want to do and want to have in your yard.
And then we sow some seeds indoors also?
Absolutely, we're sowing seeds. And then also plan the celebrations. We've been inside for so long with COVID and all the things we've had. We need to start planning celebrations and getting back together with our neighbors and the people we want to celebrate with.
Time to party.
It is.
It's time to party. We'll be there if they invite us, right, Emily? Okay, where can people find more from you for more great ideas?
Well, you can go on my Instagram. It's EBW Design.
EBW Design. Thank you so much. So fun to have you here. Her sister's my old college buddy, so we have a tie, right?
We do have a connection.
All right, thanks, Emily.
Thank you.